Hi, my name's Ashley, and this is an informative speech about why I think the world should watch the movie Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump is one of the most quoted movies in America, bringing in a gross of $600 million in the box office. Forrest Gump, the main character, is played by one of America's best actors, Tom Hanks. His portrayal of a not-so-smart lucky Southern boy who happens to be in all the right places at all the right times won him his second Academy Award for Best Actor in a Film. Although the story is a little far-fetched and a little all over the place, what people don't know until they get to know Forrest is that behind his ignorance, there's more character and moral compass than most men will ever embody. This shows that intelligence is not the only important character trait to have in life. Because of its moral stories and simple truths, Forrest Gump is a great movie not only for college students or for kids, but for all adults. Entangled in this elaborate storyline is drama, action, humor, and even love. There are so many priceless moral lessons to take away from this movie, but the morals that stood out most to me were respect, integrity, love, and forgiveness. It's hard not to fall in love with Forrest as the movie unfolds, and you'll even start believing that the story is really true. Quoting with friends and family is inevitable after watching this great film. The respect Forrest has for his mother was unparalleled. Her gentle, nurturing, and loving nature helped Forrest grow into a man with heart and character despite his disability. Forrest always quoted his mother's wise words, and because of his regard for her, he always lived by her quotes. An example is when he spoke to the woman waiting at the bus stop. Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. A quote I always say to myself often. When his mama spoke to him, she spoke in a way that he could understand. She said simple things that Forrest could understand. This quote meant more to him than just about a box of chocolates. It was explaining to him that life isn't always easy, but everything will still be all right. How true is it that life is full of unknowns? We don't know what tomorrow holds or even next year. Life is sweet, just like a box of chocolates, and full of different varieties. Some cherry-filled, some with nuts. Even if there isn't a kind that suits your senses, there's others there to sweeten the experience. Forrest showed integrity throughout the film, but the example I'm going to use is while he was in the Army. One of Forrest's close friends, Bubba, became wounded in the war in Vietnam. Although Forrest tried to save him, Bubba passed away in his arms. Shortly before Bubba died, Forrest made a promise to carry out his shrimping business dream. Forrest always kept his promises, so he took all the money that he had and bought a shrimping boat. At first he caught nothing until Lieutenant Dan fulfilled his promise to Forrest by being his first mate. Lieutenant Dan had sarcastically promised this as he thought Forrest would never be a shrimp boat captain. After weeks of catching nothing, a huge storm caused the shrimp boats in the area to go out of commission, except Forrest's. Through this turn of events, Forrest and Lieutenant Dan caught loads and loads of shrimp. Meanwhile, Forrest's mother became very ill. While Forrest was back visiting his sick mother, Lieutenant Dan invested their profits into Apple Company, making millions. Forrest could have kept all the money that he made, but instead he stuck to his promise with integrity and gave half the profit to Bubba's family. Although Forrest has so many great characteristics, my favorite is his ability to love and forgive. Throughout the whole movie, Forrest tries to save Jenny from her disheveled life. Jenny constantly pushes Forrest away. She would tell him that he can't keep trying to save her. But he showed compassion and forgiveness, always welcoming Jenny back into his arms when she would return. Even after she was intimate with him and ran off the next morning, when he received a letter from her years later, he came running. Upon arriving at Jenny's apartment, Forrest discovered that they had a child together she never told him about, and that she was sick and dying. Forrest, demonstrating compassion once again, welcomed Jenny into his home, saying he would take care of her and their child. Forrest's undying love for Jenny and his determination to love her and forgive her no matter what is all any of us could ask from a lover. Forrest Gump, although not intelligent, embodies all the characteristics one would want in a lover, friend, and son. Forrest loves and supports his mother, fulfills the promise he made to his best friend Bubba, and loves Jenny how everyone dreams to be loved, unconditionally. Forrest is kind to everyone and a role model of character. I believe everyone should watch Forrest Gump because of its great moral stories and not to mention how entertaining it is. I will leave you with this last quote from Forrest himself. I don't know if Mama was right or if it was Lieutenant Dan. I don't know if we each have a destiny, or if we're all just floating around accidental like on a breeze. But I think maybe it's both. Maybe both is happening at the same time.